What is good? What is good? What's good? Gonna try to do a quick live stream this morning, Friday morning. Hope all's well with everybody. Waiting for some people to come in to the chat. Doom. Whole bunch of real good boxing news happening over the last couple days. Whole bunch of good stuff. So we'll just wait. Okay, kind of slow. Waiting for some people to trickle in. I guess I'll roll. Treat it as like a recording if we don't get anybody in. I actually need to open this other page because sometimes people are in, but I don't get a chance to see. For some reason, this delay has been kind of funny. So we'll see. Okay, what's good, man? Hey, Poker 108, what's good, man? Yeah, you agree. I'm sorry, man. I was a little bit slow, man. I jumped to the other page, man, trying to make sure that this that I could actually see what was going on, because from what I can see, I see you in the room in the chat, but I don't see any other numbers coming up, and I got this system that's been causing me some problems, man. So let me hit this. Excuse me for a second while I try to get this. I try to get this right. Sorry, man. So anyway, I'll start talking while I try to figure this out. I'll get to the comment sections in a second, man. It's absolutely, man, Kell Brook is bananas, man. trying to get with Errol Spence again. You got Oscar, all this stuff between Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum going on. It just doesn't sound right. Like, okay, cool. All right. Between Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum going on. It just doesn't sound right. Like, what's good, my man? What is okay, cool. All right. Between Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum going on. It just doesn't sound right. Like, what's good, my man? What is okay, cool. All right. Between Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum going on. It just doesn't sound right. Like, what's good, my man? Cannot get set free. What is okay, cool. All right. Between Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum going on. It just doesn't sound right. Like, what's good, my man? Not get set free. What is okay, cool. All right. Between Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum going on. It just doesn't sound right. Like, what's good, my man? Not get set free. What is okay, cool. All right. Between Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum going on. It just doesn't sound right. Like, what's good, my man? Not get set free. What is okay, cool. All right. Between Manny Pacquiao and Bob Arum going on. It just doesn't sound right. Is that better? Is that better? What's good, Trey X? Let me know if that's better. Let me know if that's better. All right, cool. Yeah, because I had one up. Okay, cool. Basically what happened was I had something up. I had them up on two screens because I didn't want to be running behind the audio on this one. I forgot to turn the one off on the other one. So cool. Good to know that it's fixed. So yeah, man. Poker 108 says a lot of boxing news lately. Everything's a big mess. Something wrong with the sound, bro. Okay, got it, man. All right, I should have it. Let me know if I don't have it, but I should have it now. Top of the morning, Trey X. Carl Burrell, what's good, man? Yeah, life is good, man. I'm over here just chilling, trying to talk a little boxing this morning. Don't know how long I'm going to do it. What it do? What it do, Mr. Boxing Today? Mr. Boxing Today, what do you think about Eddie Hearn saying, that he thinks that the Deontay Wilder fight might happen in October or November or December. But if it can't work, then he'll bring somebody to fight in New York City with Anthony Joshua. And I think he's only got 2 fights left on his deal with Anthony Joshua as well. So he's trying to get a re-up, man. That adds a little bit of interest and mix to it. A little bit of interest to the mix. But yeah, I'm tripping on Manny Pacquiao. That's what it's good was good. I said chilling, cool. I hate that this thing runs behind, man, and I don't have any like real time where I can read these comments in real time. But look, Manny Pacquiao came out yesterday. I don't know if you guys have heard the news or not, but Manny Pacquiao came out and said that he was going to be fighting Lucas Matisse in June in Malaysia. he had a press conference for it. It was interviewed. It was him that was saying it, right? So it's not like it came from somebody else. It came from him. And then Bob Arum gives an interview to Keith Idec and says basically that that's not true. The fight's not finalized, and Manny Pacquiao wants to become a promoter, but Top Rank is going to handle all the logistics and all the international television rights and all that, man. And it's like, man, it's so clear that Manny Pacquiao doesn't want to deal with Bob Arum, man. But Bob Arum just keeps on holding on, and it'd be interesting to see whether or not he can really get out of there or something, man. Mr. Boxing Today say it's hard to believe anything Hearn says when it concerns Wild. I do believe he would stage AJ Miller in Brooklyn without a doubt. Yeah, he would, man. But see, that goes to show, Mr. Boxing Today, that for me, and I've said this in some videos, what that makes me think is if he's willing to have Anthony Joshua versus Miller in Brooklyn, then what's the money really like in the UK? Because if he's saying that, I mean, maybe if he's looking at it in a long-term sense, but if they're saying that they're making the money that they're claiming that they're making in the UK, and I have no reason to doubt them, why would they come to Brooklyn? I mean, Brooklyn's got, he's going to get 14,000 people, into the Barclays Center. Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Miller is going to be regular showtime. So that's going to be that's just going to be, your showtime. I mean, I'm sure that it'll have pay-per-view in the UK, but that just it just sounds like, man, if the numbers are really what they say it is and they're not, amping them up a little bit or considerably, there would be no reason for Anthony Joshua to come to the United States to fight anybody other than Deontay Wilder in a pay-per-view event. Because isn't that what we've been hearing from the Anthony Joshua fans about how, and I know I've heard it, because I've been making videos saying, look, the big money for boxing is for fights to take place in the United States, specifically in Las Vegas. But I keep, I keep asking, man, I get it like at least every video, somebody from the UK telling me that doesn't make sense. And, what would you rather do? 14,000 people in the Barclays Center or 90,000 people in, or what would you rather have? 16,000 people stadium or 90,000? And my answer always is it depends on what the cost of the tickets are. Depends on what the cost of the tickets are, man. And it depends on it. That depends. How much you making? If I'm making, 8 million pounds, which is $13 million on 90,000 people, because that's what they're making off of the Klitschko fight, which has to still be the biggest one, right? They made 8 million pounds, which is $13 million off of 90,000 people. But you have Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez making $26 million off of 16,000. No, Fanaza, that's a load of bullocks. Yeah, man, it's like, come on, man. They talking all that stuff. They're gonna talk themselves out of a fighter, and we're gonna be the ones in the United States watching. We're not gonna have to get up in the middle of the afternoon. We don't have to watch them. They're gonna have to wind up getting up 3, 4 in the morning or whatever it is time it is over there, in order to see Anthony Joshua, man. I'm telling you, and they can keep talking it up, but more than likely, man, that's what's gonna happen, man. Antonio McCrae, what's good, my man? Poker's 108 says, I hope Manny leaves that snake, but I got a feeling Arum got him to sign some kind of slave contract, some kind of loophole. Old man not even phased. Arum has eyes and ears everywhere. Yeah, he ain't got him in Malaysia, though, man. He ain't got him in Malaysia. I'll tell you that. And that's why I do think there's something to that about about Manny Pacquiao not wanting to come to the United States for taxes. Because truth be told, if he gets paid in Malaysia, and, he's a government official in the Philippines, if he gets paid, I think they got pesos over there, like Philippine, I can't remember what, the pesos of the Philippines, whatever that their monetary source is, man, he very well might be able to make that money with a lot less taxes on him. You know what I mean? Oh, Prograis Indongo is today. It's Friday on HBO later tonight. Yeah, we got Regis Prograis tonight. Mr. Boxing Day, some UK cats really believe AJ is as popular as LeBron here in the States. Shit is hilarious. He's a star in the UK, not here. You really believe this, Mr. Boxing Today? You got to be kidding me, man. There's nobody that can believe that Anthony Joshua is as popular as LeBron James in the United States, that's ridiculous. That's silly. I mean, you might as well say that what's the soccer player what's the most famous soccer player in the UK? I don't pay attention to football in the UK. But I don't know, is it Rolando, whoever it is, man, maybe David Beckham at a time. I guess maybe David Beckham at his, because I know, Rolando. Yeah, so that's like saying that Deontay Wilder is as popular in the UK as Rolando. That's ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous, man. If they say that, they are truly delusional, truly buying whatever is sold to them, man. Oh, my God. Man, what? First of all, let's not even have to go to LeBron James. I can name, what's going on, Brown, going on? I can name, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, what's that dude's name? Point guard, Kyrie Irving, Curry, Steph Curry, Michael Westbrook. I mean, you can go on and on, dog. Seriously, man, he's not as well known in the United States as secondary NBA players, man. Secondary NBA players. I'm saying like Paul George. Anthony Joshua's not as well in the United States for people that might be listening in the UK. He's not as well known in the United States as Paul George. I bet you he's not as well known as almost any starting player in the NBA in the 26 teams. There's 26 that's 100 of them. And we're not even talking about football players. That's crazy, man. Bro, I swear they do. Maybe it's just the fanatics who come to my channel, but they do think dude is larger than life. That's ridiculous, man. I mean, we're in the United States, so I mean, I guess I ain't got to sell. That's the most ludicrous shit that I've ever heard about Anthony Joshua. And I've heard a lot of ludicrous stuff. I've never heard anything that ludicrous before. 30, there's 30 tells you I stop paying attention. All right, so 30 times 5 makes it easier. There's 150 dudes that Anthony Joshua is not as well known as. No chance, man. Anthony Joshua could walk in and out of an NBA stadium and nobody would know who he was if they didn't announce him. Not a chance. King Damon, AJ doesn't sell here in the U.S. If Wilder was British, he'll sell way more than AJ. Oh, I have to believe now that Deontay Wilder is more popular in Britain than AJ is in the United States. I think from what we've seen over the last week, I think it's safe to say that that's true. But the question really is, I mean, it's almost like, it's almost like, really who cares? Because, at the end of the day, man, both these guys, if both these guys fought each other, it would be a tremendous fight aside from all the popularity stuff. You know what I mean? So like the popularity side of it, man, is like whatever really. It's a fun game to play, but at the end of the day, man, I want to see what's going to happen with these guys when they get into the ring with each other. Much more so than I want to see, who's going to be the most popular. Mr. Boxing Today, they make fun of Wilder not being the most popular, but they forget Wilder has to compete with other star athletes from the U.S., the NBA, and NFL. Exactly. I mean, and that's the thing with boxing in the United States. For anybody from the UK that might be listening to this, we are not starved for stars, man. We're not starved for stars. Every single major city, if you're talking about like every single major, damn near every neighborhood got somebody that's a professional athlete. We got them for days. We're just not starving for them. So in order for somebody to really be a breakout star in boxing, they really have to rise all the way to the top of boxing. But when somebody rises to the top of all the athletes, all the American athletes, when they rise to the top of boxing, for the most part, they rise above all of the other athletes. That's the thing about, that really is the thing about boxing in the United States. So no, Deontay Wilder's not as known as the vast majority of NBA players. He's not as well known as a whole bunch. I mean, he's more well known than many football players because they've got, 100-something dudes on their roster. but not the highlight guys, right? Where they have whole cities that are basically focused on them, right? Because boxing, you don't have like a built-in fan base. Whenever you become a basketball fan, you go to a team like the Chicago Bulls, you're immediately going to get several million fans because you are in that team that stays established. But that's not with boxing. But boxing is established. You just have to, in the United States, you just have to rise all the way to the top of it. But when you rise all the way to the top of it, you're going to be bigger than pretty much any other star, except for maybe, I'm not sure really if Floyd Mayweather Jr. is bigger than LeBron James. I mean, he made a lot more money, but I don't know if I would say that he was a bigger star than LeBron James is. Some other people can give me their opinion on that. I mean, he's a big star. He's making a ton of money. He's definitely was the biggest dude in boxing, but I can't say that even Floyd Mayweather Jr. is as big as LeBron James. I think that would be an interesting conversation to have. Because he's so popular he's so popular across all demographics because the NBA is so popular. You know what I mean? So that right there would just tell you how absolutely ridiculous that statement is, because I have a hard time with whether or not Floyd is bigger because he's international. So is LeBron James. LeBron James is international. The NBA is international. I'm just for real. Oh, Fanon, AJ isn't the most popular sporting star in the UK, right? Yeah, so there you go. I think that's tough, man. I just don't. I mean, on to the LeBron James Floyd being more popular than LeBron James. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know that to be true. I don't know that not to be true. But as far as liked and talked about, I mean, everybody knows who Floyd Mayweather Jr. is, and they will watch a Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight. But I don't think that the Floyd Mayweather Jr. fights are not as big as like the NBA finals. The NBA is huge, man. The NBA is huge in the United States, and he is really probably the most popular dude. And you know what I mean. But if you had like Mike Tyson, when Mike Tyson was at his tops, there was no question about Mike Tyson. I mean, Mike Tyson, and I guess it would be like is it Mike Tyson? Or because that really Mike Tyson's height of popularity was the 80s, early 90s. So that's right, around the time that Michael Jordan was really taking off. Early on in Mike Tyson's career, I think he was more popular than Michael Jordan is. But really, Ali is that's the one. Muhammad Ali is really the only. Muhammad Ali is the dude. That's the dude who is more famous than all other sports, all other athletes. He might be the last guy to be like that. Yeah, but it's just real tough, man. But see, the popularity thing, that's just popularity, man. I want to see the bout, man. I want to see the fight. Jerk, F9 did you see the 50 Cent told McGregor that black men are better athletes than white men and there's no good white champions, and that's why, I don't think that's true. But I didn't see 50 Cent say that, man, because I honestly, man, I can make an argument against that pretty easy, man. I just think that great athletes are great athletes, man. You know what I mean? And you have a whole lot of people that really want to do that, are really pressing themselves and competing high. And there's definitely a lot of talent, man. But, I think that's a tough thing that's a bad argument to make for me, even if you believe it's true. All right, there's some things like sometimes you shouldn't make an argument where if you win it, you lose the argument. You know what I mean? Oh, Dr. Blake says, Fanon, soccer is the number one sport in the UK, and Eddie Hearn wants to sign Wilder. Yeah, so he must be investing in him heavy. Like here, but that argument that he's making, and I'm just going to talk about this for a second. When you make that type of argument, you're making an argument that really makes you lose, right? So if you say that, Asian people are more intelligent because they have higher IQs, because they have higher test scores, and it's because they are from the country that they're from, then the premise behind that is that there are basic differences between people, and that you are boxed in based on certain physical characteristics, right? That in and of itself allows that argument to then move over to other things. Like, you are more likely to create crime, to commit crime. You are less likely to be successful in school. You are a higher jumper. You are more likely to be able to jump. So when you got to be careful about accepting arguments that somebody can take your premise, move it somewhere you don't want it to go, and make you have to admit to some stuff. Because it's hard if you're going to say that, yeah, we're better at this than this people innately, to then turn around and make an argument that we're not worse innately in another area. If you use certain, you allow yourself to use statistics or whatever you see, whatever the reason you developed that, if you allow that argument, you win that argument, you're going to lose another argument with that person using your same argument. And then you've got to admit to it because it's the one you already used. So honestly, man, you got to think sometimes when people like, I don't know 50 Cent, but I'm like, man, that's a self-defeating argument, man. You're basically putting her in a situation where they can turn around and say, yeah, you're right, you're a better athlete, but you're also a natural born criminal. And also you're more aggressive. And therefore we need to have laws that apply to you differently because, you're just naturally more aggressive. Right? That's the argument that people say, or we really don't need to give you a job because you're really not naturally intelligent. Right? But if somebody did that, then, you'd have to try to figure out how to get out of that argument, since now you've accepted that the premise of people being, certain characteristics applying to large groups of people based on the fact that they got melanin in their skin. So I would just advise 50 Cent, don't make that argument. Even if you believe it, don't make it, because you're walking yourself into an argument that you can't win in other areas. Sorry about that. But I preach. Man, I'm not preaching, man. I'm just telling you, man, don't fall for sucker moves, man, because people will do that, man. They'll give you an inch and take a mile. You know what I mean? Somebody will lose an argument to win. It's like a feint. That's a feint. Somebody's like, you go for it. You went for it. Let me use that to support all this other stuff. You did. I've done that to people, man. I've used to, early on when I had this channel, when I started this, there were some people that I just was like, you know what? I only got like 150 subscribers. I can do this. So who cares? I'll just make a video knowing I'm going to make this particular person explode, right? And I'll sit back and kind of giggle because I can kind of be evil like that sometimes, I think I matured out of that. But, just make sure you don't fall for that type of stuff. KO, what's good? What's up? And I chilling, man. Just sitting there talking in the live stream, man. Figured, we could have a decent conversation today. You know what I mean? That's where I am with it. Yeah, okay, cool. I got this thing. They said, Fanatic, that's real 100% fine. You're always the voice of reason. Hey, man, I try to keep a balanced approach to life, man. And honestly, man, don't allow people to sucker you into doing things that they want you to do, man. That's just... I know a whole bunch of people can't run. I would see if somebody made that argument to me, I'd be like, nah, man, I can't run. I can't jump. You know what I mean? I can't run. I can't jump. I can't sing. I can't dance. Whatever. No, I don't. Really, the only thing I'm really good at is thinking. That's really my talent is, I think well. So really what I think is that black people really are just very good thinkers. And the reason that they're very good at athletics is because they're smart. See, I would flip it. I wouldn't say because you can't jump. I would say because, these young men can really process what's going on in the court in real speed, real time. So they think ahead. They're very good at thinking 2-3 steps ahead. And if you want to make an argument about, black athletes being better, do it in a way where it throws them off, and talk about how much intelligence it takes to solve problems in real time. And it's their ability to read and react and think that allows these guys to be exceptional at what they do, similar to what they would do in real estate or what people would do, people do in medicine. And it's basically the same talent applied to this area. But then you have certain people with physical characteristics, right, of height. You got to be in the NBA, man. It's really tough to be 5'2". So yeah, you do have to have some guys that are tall, but there are just as many tall guys from Europe as there are from, people from America. But we have a lot of institutional knowledge. people play basketball every day. It's not very hard to go to a gym and find a former, Division I basketball player, or a former semi-pro basketball player, or a basketball player that played overseas, and that guy's cousin trained with the coach that trained the professional basketball player that lives in your building, lives in your city, not in your building, and sometimes in your building. You know what I mean? Just take it that way with them. Don't take it with don't go for the sucker move. It's because I'm a big, strong monkey, Yeah, it's like you're a gorilla, I mean, you can't weight lift with a gorilla. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't a gorilla, I'm a man. And that's what happens, dog. Tone Rich, what's your opinion on how good Wilder should have been if he was trained by Emmanuel Stewart, considering his resume with all the fighters who use the jab? Can't be any better than he is right now. Can't be any better than he is right now. I can't imagine that if he was training with shout out to Mark Breland. He could not have done any better under Emmanuel Stewart than he's done right now. He's 39-0 with 38. He's 39-0 or 40-0 with 39 knockouts, and he's knocked out everybody he's ever stepped in the ring with. He's an Olympic bronze medalist, and he's a 7-time defending WBC heavyweight champion of the world. There's absolutely nothing that Emmanuel Stewart could have done to make him any more successful than he is right this second. And until somebody beats him, beats him, it is what it is. He's perfect. His career is perfect. And that's something that I think people are missing. His career is perfect. Yeah, you can say that he's, look at his form and say, it's awkward, it's this, it's that, it's whatever. But go to BoxRec, man. You see perfection. No doubt about it, homie. You know what I mean? That's my take on it. Hey, Sean the Icon, what's good, my man? How you feeling? Tone Rich, he would be a effing monster. Hey, he's a monster now, Holmes. DJ Root 69. Excuse me for a second. Good morning, my brother Fanon. What about a rematch between Gennady Golovkin and Spence? Oh, match between Gennady Golovkin and Spence. I'm sorry, I laughed, man, because I was thinking you were going to go, I don't want to. I mean, why? That's 2 weight divisions up. There's just nothing really. There's nothing really intriguing for that about me, because Gennady Golovkin's 2 weight classes above Errol Spence. I don't know what would happen with that, man, because Errol Spence would be giving up a lot of size. I would favor Gennady Golovkin in that. You know what I mean? People say I would favor Gennady Golovkin, man. That's up in middleweight, and I've never seen him up there. I got to be consistent. And when I see, like, just even with Terrence Crawford and Jeff Horn, man, I got to see what's going to happen in that fight. I think it's going to be a whitewash for Terrence Crawford, but I got to see it. You know what I mean? I got to see it when you're moving up in weight, and that's just 1 weight class. Moving up 2 weight classes, 147 to 160 to a guy that could probably fight at 168. That's a big gap, man. That's a big gap. Stick to left. Spence Alvarez would be a good one. It would be, man. But honestly, man, if he's clean, if Alvarez is clean, because he just popped dirty, man. Sean the Icon, I want that rematch, Spence Brook, because of his mouth. Yeah, that would be interesting to see. What's good, Sal Gutierrez? That'd be interesting to watch, man. But I don't, been there, done that, man. I want to see Thurman. I want to see Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, or Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Right? Those are the fights at welterweight that I want to see. Canelo, if that happens later down the road, so be it. But Canelo got business with the Charlos. He's got Richard Comey. Oh, I'm excited for Richard Comey on Saturday. Yeah, man. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't realize he was fighting. Dang. That's definitely one up on that one. Richard Comey must be fighting. Oh, he's fighting on the undercard for Lipinets and Garcia. Okay, cool. If that's the case, I hope so. That's good, man. I like Richard Comey. That's a good fighter, man. Trey X Fanon, do you think Spence should fight Brook at 54 if Brook gets a belt? I think it's counterproductive. Yeah, I don't think he should go anywhere. I agree with you, Trax. I think he shouldn't go anywhere until he gets what he needs at 147 done. Don't let these guys off the hook. Don't let them off the hook. Stay, make weight, stay disciplined in between fights, and get in there. And eventually these guys are going to have to fight you because, there's a lot of pressure on them to take that fight. And moving up to 154, who knows how he's going to, if he allows himself to take a fight and he weighs in at 140 pounds or something like 150 pounds, 152 pounds, is that going to be difficult for him to then get back down to 147 because he's broken his rhythm and he's gotten out of his game. He's gotten out of his routine, and with something that's as finely tuned as what he needs to be to compete at the level he's competing at. I wouldn't play around with unnecessary weight gain to fight a guy you already beat, Pilo Valdivinos, excuse me. That dude did not think about the weight. Oh, I'm not sure what that is. Hey, man, he need to think about them eyeballs and stop fighting, man. Fanon, does Bob have control over Manny? I don't know, man. I'll tell you. Man, first of all, man, I'm looking at Bob Arum and his eyes in these interviews, man, and Bob Arum really does seem like he's on the tail end of it, man. He looks like he's on the tail end of it. He's speaking a little more slowly. I don't even think he had his top row of teeth in when he was doing that interview. I was like, man, does this dude got does he have teeth on the top? Like his lip was going in. So I was like, man, he's kind of he's 85 years old. I remember him having done, because I did a research on when that contract was supposed to get over. When the contract for Manny Pacquiao was supposed to expire, and Bob Arum, when he announced that he was happy, because he did an announcement a couple years ago about re-signing Manny Pacquiao, and when he said, I'm excited to sign Manny Pacquiao. This deal is going to go through the end of 2017. Right, so when I say I think he's out of that contract, or everything that I've heard leads me to believe that Manny Pacquiao is correct and he's no longer attached to Bob Arum in Top Rank, it's because of something that came out of Bob Arum's mouth. When he announced the contract that he was signing, he said it runs through December 31st, 2017. It's now 2018, and he's acting like he's still under contract. And he hasn't said he has not said, notably, he's not said that Manny Pacquiao is still under contract with us. I mean, I would think that that would be something that he would have said when he says that these fights not happening. He didn't say, oh, no, we've got a contract with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is obligated, to us for, until the end of next year. He's not saying that. All he's saying is, that he's going to do this fight, whatever. And I don't know what that's for. It could be because, he's trying to, that ESPN probably is pressuring him to have Manny Pacquiao fight on ESPN. But it looks like Manny Pacquiao might be going to HBO. Because if he's fighting, if Manny Pacquiao does a partnership for this fight with Golden Boy Promotions, then Golden Boy Promotions, their fight, there's a contract for Golden Boy Promotions, I believe, where HBO has a first right of refusal on that fight. So if that happens, you might wind up seeing Manny Pacquiao fighting, having a Manny Pacquiao fight replay on HBO. And note even before that, when Arum was talking about it, Arum's a week ago was saying it was nonsense. He didn't know anything about it. Now he knows about it, and he knows specifically what the role of Golden Boy Promotions is within that fight. So, I mean, I just don't believe a whole lot of what comes out of his mouth, man, because he contradicts himself so much that you don't know. But I wouldn't doubt that he might, try to make an argument that Manny Pacquiao is still under contract. Try to file, some restraining orders or something like that to delay the fight, to cause some problems with whatever. But we'll see how successful he is doing that in Malaysia. You know what I mean? Because even if he says that he has an enforceable contract with Manny Pacquiao, is it enforceable in Malaysia? You know what I mean? Just because you sign a contract with somebody in the United States for fights in the United States, that doesn't mean that contract in the United States is going to be enforceable in China. China, of course, might look at that and be like, whatever. And they also might just absolutely refuse to enforce. And if a U.S. court does it, then the U.S. court might say, I'm not going to enforce that. You got all kind of conflicts of law and all type of issues that come in there when you're talking about fighting on 2 different continents, right? 2 different continents. You got 3 different countries involved. It's just, and the thing is, man, it's not like people in Asia don't know what they're doing. It's not like they don't know how to throw sporting events and don't know how to pay people money, right? They don't know how to have TV contracts and things like that. So, Bob's a wild boy, man. Bob's a wild boy. Oh, man, 99 cents, man. Thank you for the odd cents, Matt Wade. Much appreciated, man, on the super chat. It goes to a good cause. Thank you so much, sir. You got a question, though, Matt Wade? We like to have definitely like to have the question, man. Oh, he said, Matt Wade, just wanted to stop by and show love and support. Keep grinding. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Much love to you as well, man. Thanks for stopping by. 2 Robinson, what up, Fanon? Just on the job listening. That's what's up, man. I'm trying to do it in the afternoon. And I actually had this conversation with somebody. Asked me, why do you always do 20-minute videos? Why you always do 30-minute videos? Between 20 and 30. I make the videos specifically for a group of people that are listening to it in when they're on a commute. They might have a job where you can have headphones in and you can do what you got to do, right? And you need to pass time, man. And you can have a listen to a one-way conversation. With me, I would listen to boxing videos and man, I would be driving from, I like to drive. So I drive in a 6-hour drive and I just have to keep re-hitting the button, oh, okay, there's another one. And it was start and stop. And I like the type of videos where you can listen to a person just kind of tell you what you think they think all the way out and, complete their thoughts. So I appreciate that you say you're listening at work, man. And I just thought maybe that would be, for people that want to know why I do that, man. That's pretty much why I use the form of video that I do. They work, mate. They make work go by fast. Okay, yeah, Brown going. Yeah, that's the point of it, man. I mean, that's why I like to do it, man. You guys get to listen, just keep it moving, man. Let me go back here a little bit. Tucson Layover Tour, man. We got somebody named Tucson Layover Tour. I got to go with saying Tucson Layover Tour. Hopefully you ain't let me get back here. Fernandez, okay, that's where I was. Wrench Mob was good. The Perfection. Abel Sanchez seems allergic to Charlos. Yeah, and the truth. He's allergic to the Charlos and the truth. Man, I wonder how he felt after that Deontay Wilder fight, man. Where the black guy that doesn't sell against the Cuban guy that doesn't sell put 14,000 butts in the seat in Barclays Center in Brooklyn and got 1.2 million views on Showtime. I wonder how he feels about that, man. That dude just be making stuff up, man. But shout out to the Perfection. Okay, I didn't see with Tucson Layover Tour. I just want to say the name, dog. Oh, for Tour, man. I thought you was on the Wrench Mob, man. Oh, Fahim. By the way, I saw you check that boy. Gervonta Davis. Fahim's the Tour. I made a video yesterday, dog. You inspired me to make that video. Because I saw you checked your boy. You're like, man, shut up and make the weight. Just make the weight. And that dude want to come back and say something to you. And I'm like, what? Come on, man. You do need to make the weight. What are you talking about? Shout out to you, Fahim Satur, man. I saw you out there, dog, saying what it's supposed to be. Oh, man, shout out for the super chat, man. We got 2 Robinson. Thank you, sir, man. And Rashawn McClarty, thank you very much, man, for the super chat. I guess I should probably go back and, yeah, see, they're a little slow because I have to have, and, thank you much is going to go to the cause. I got to go back and, I'm on like 2 different screens so I can see and talk real time. So, but hopefully I won't be missing them, man, by doing it that way. So yeah, man. Hey, Gervonta Davis, man, I can't wait to see him fight though. Honestly, I'm excited. Now I'll talk smack about him being kind of acting like a little kid outside the ring because he is a little kid, man. But just because, it ain't, I'm going to say what I think about him, man. Fanon, thanks for having my back. Oh, yeah, all day, dog. I slammed him for that shit, dog. Hey, I hit him, dog. I hit him, dog, for that one. Because I saw that nonsense. It's like, man, how you, what? Make the weight, dude. It's 70 people in here, 30 likes. Hit that like button. Hey, hit the like button, man. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I see 30. I can actually see the like buttons now. Hey, hit the like button, man. I got 2 people said that they didn't like it, so thank you for saying that you don't like it. I appreciate that, and so I know at least there's a couple dudes in here I know don't like me. And it's always good to know where you stand. Okay, we up to 32, man. Hit the like buttons, man. That'd be much appreciated. Hey, what's going on, man? He said, good one, man. EO Rhino, man. Thank you for the super chat, man. Much appreciated, homie. Much appreciated. CC76 says, hey, Fanon. First time here. Great channel. Enjoy the content. Keep the live chat rolling. Yeah, man, that's what we're here to do, man. Have good conversations with boxing fans. Definitely, if you have the ability to listen at work with your headphones in, no matter what you're doing, if you're in that type of situation where you can play it in the background, hey, man, we try to keep the content rolling for you, man. Because it's a long time, unlike basketball, it's a long time between good fights, man. So I know what it's like, man. I want to have people that that you can talk to that like to talk about the same things as you do. Oh yeah, man. My man Fatura said, Fanon, thanks for having my back, man. All day, dog. That was ridiculous. Dude, make you wait, man. Tay, what's good, man? Life's good over here, man. Just talking a little boxing. That's where I am. Talking a little boxing. Let me try to go back, man. I hope life's well with you right now, Tay. Let me try to go back. Ooh, snap. Okay, dang. I thought, man, I don't need to have to buy a new computer. I just had a button stuck. Yeah, let me try to go back a little bit. Round 1, they make work. Oh, cool, man. What's up for 9? Just on the job listening. That's 2 Robinson. Cool. Matt Wade, just wanted to stop by and show. Man, thank y'all for stopping by, man. That's what's up, man. And for the people, we got 43 likes in the building now. Thank you very much, man. We got our percentages up, dog. Hit the like button. Didn't have any. 44. Okay, 44 likes. Hey, you know what I want to do sometime, man? I was thinking about something I saw on another channel. I'm just going to talk about some non-boxing for a second. In the evening time, I like to have me a little sip every now and then in the evening time, man, with this, after I get done with everything that I do. And I saw this one channel who had like this, she had like a like drive. And she's like, look, I'm going to take a shot. As soon as I get to 1,000 likes, man, I'm gonna take a shot. He's like, she's having this drinking game on her channel with the subscribers and the people that were watching it, dog. And it was heavy, man. It was hilarious, man. She got her 1,000 likes and was ripped by the end of it, man. But it was real interactive, man, real fun. So I would like to. We got the Wrench Gang in the house now. And by this way, Sator, hey man, you have been blessed, homeboy. Please, you are blessed and highly favored as is. But hey, man, I appreciate if you tote the wrench for me, man. My hotel fitness room got a heavy bag. It's going down. Oh, that's what's up. Crucial YGN in this mug. Hey, man, you got to let me know, Crucial, what's YGN about? What's YGN, man? I can catch a lot of the things that I can. Oh, we got 47 likes. That's what's up, man. If you come in and out, hit the like button when you come in or the dislike button, for the cats to come in just to make sure the numbers look shabby. Come on and hit the dislike. Fanon, what do you think about the fights this weekend? Yeah. Okay. First of all, the big one for me this weekend is what's happening on Friday. I'm looking forward to that because this is a 140 weekend, isn't it? You have Regis Prograis versus Julius Indongo. I'm looking for what's good, Ray Zone 718. But back to stick to left. I'm thinking I got Regis Prograis in this, man. I got Regis Prograis because the book, at least, coming off of a knockout, it's hard for me to yes, that's what's good, man. I like that. Young gifted. I like that. Respect. All right, respect, man. Speak it and be it. I like Regis Prograis because it's hard for me to talk, and take a dude coming fresh off of a devastating knockout, changing trainers, training camps, changing promoters, changing countries, to come and then beat, coming off a knockout to beat an undefeated fighter like Regis Prograis, who's going to put that pressure on him. Julius Indongo's got that stick for sure. He's got that straight right hand, but I just think Regis Prograis knows what's coming for him. He's ready to go. He's not underestimating him. And I got Regis Prograis by decision in that. But I wish the best for Julius Indongo, and I want it to be a good competitive fight where Julius Indongo can get more fights and get more shots and recognize and does well. But at the same time, man, Julius Indongo got that right hand. I think it's a left hand. I think he's a southpaw. Ooh, I gotta remember, is he a southpaw? I think Indongo might be a southpaw. So, but I like him in that, man. He says, okay, stick to left. Yeah, I see Regis Prograis in late stoppage. Fahim Satur says Prograis gonna style all over Indongo. Tay say I got Prograis by stoppage. I'm looking forward to it, man. We'll see. I tried to send some messages to Regis Prograis. I wanted to get an interview with Regis Prograis, man. But hey, man, I sent messages to his manager, didn't hear back. Sent messages on his video, didn't hear back. I'm like, man, dang, what do you got to do to catch a dude from New Orleans, man? And get a conversation with him, man. So anybody knows Regis Prograis, let him know. The Fanon International Boxing channel was definitely trying to find out how to get in contact with him, because I know my man Blood Boxing is down with Indongo. So I thought it would be interesting to have that kind of counter discussion for the people that turn into the channels, to get a perspective from Regis Prograis. I ain't big time like Regis Prograis, I'm hoping is gonna be big time. He's on his way, man. Regis says, oh snap, y'all, I had me a blue lightsaber, man. Wrench mob, exactly, dog, exactly. Oh, what happened, man? Why you retract that? Shouldn't have retracted, man. Wrench mob, you had it, man. Hey, Prograis is gonna, yeah. So that's what I'm hoping, man. Prograis throws hard body shots, but he keeps his hands down and fights at distance, which plays in Indongo's hands. For real. Okay. Oh, Lawrence would say, reach out to Lou DeBella on Twitter. Okay, I'll try to do that. I actually met Lou DeBella one time, man. Real bright guy, man. Real bright guy, real nice guy. Back when I would actually go to fights in Las Vegas. I have to go with the homie Prograis. I'm from New Orleans, Fanon. That's what's up, man. What part of New Orleans you from, man? Hey, but I will shout out to Lou DeBella on Twitter for sure. Man, thanks. I'll do that later on today. Oh, man, Carl Burrell says, I think Indongo might pull off the upset. Why do you think that, Carl? What are you seeing that says that? Oh, Rayzone70 say, keep doing your thing, bro. Rayzone supports you. Man, much appreciated, man. Thank you, sir. We're going to grind, man. I want to expand to doing some interviews, man. I really want, hey, West Bank. Oh, hell, you, man. Yeah. I used to hang out on the West Bank. I hated going over that long-ass, skinny-ass bridge, though. But, yeah, I used to hang out on the West Bank a little bit, man. Used to hang out there. One of my partners he's got like not a construction company, but he sells one of my line brothers. Because I went to school, for you don't know, man, I went to school at Dillard in New Orleans. So I spent years in New Orleans. And really, man, I really want to move back there. I really want to move back there, man. My wife got family down there from like LeBeau, Louisiana. We got family in New Orleans. Like I said, I'm a pledge in New Orleans. So I got a whole bunch of dudes down there, man. Like family. I got like cats that I'm not related to are like family down there. But yeah, thank you, Rayzone. Much appreciated, man. We'll go to the cause. To Robinson, he was Dante's a few weeks ago. Okay, he was on Dante's a few weeks ago. Yeah, man, I definitely want to try to get him, man, if at all possible. I'd like to do him on a live stream, man, like work out that type of situation where you can have cats ask real-time questions and do stuff like that. That's what I'd like to do. I know that other people have podcasts when people can ask questions and all that, but, we'll see what's going on. Either way, definitely want to try to do it. Dick Grayson, 827, says, great channel, bro. Much love from Detroit. Yeah, what's good down there in D-Town, man? D-Town's, D-Town's Dallas. But what's good with it out there in Detroit, man? The Motor City. Oh, Carl Burrell, he has more experience, long range, but it'll be a good fight. Okay, reasonable. I appreciate that, Carl Burrell. Prograis hits a lot harder than Crawford, and he goes to the body early. This is Crucial YGN. Prograis hits a lot harder than Crawford, and he goes to the body earlier. He's a great counterpuncher, too, so it can get ugly fast. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on, man. Like I said, man, I'm looking forward to it. Fahim Satur says, Mikey is going to catch a body this weekend. Lipness is a D-man walking, and he don't even know it. Yeah, man, it's going to be tough, man. I've only seen Lip in this fight. I've seen Lip in this fight once. Real time, the last fight that he won. And I know he was trying to get with Indongo, and Indongo wasn't feeling it. He was trying to get that. He's trying to go for glory. So we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen, man, because this should be a good fight. But Mikey Garcia's, hey, I got Mikey Garcia in that one. This is his second fight at 140. Looking for his first belt at 140. If he keeps it, if he keeps it and he doesn't go stay down there at 135. Personally, I think if Mikey wins this fight, Mikey needs to stay at 140. If you got a belt in 140, go in there, get in there with Prograis, or whoever winds up between Jose Ramirez, Emir Imam, Julius Indongo, and Regis Prograis. Work that stuff out, man. I'm all for unification, man. I'm all for unification. Stanley Bailey, what's happening? He said, what you about the city? Come on, come back. We need you back, big brother. Yeah, I want to come back, man. I really do, man. My wife, the thing about me, man, is I can work remotely, and my wife is like, she is the ultra grinding professional, right? So she's a college professor. She has a bunch of people making offers for her to go this place and that place, and so we have to kind of go where, well, we don't have to. I mean, I guess I could stay right where I am, but in order to support her in her career and what she's trying to accomplish, it's probably going to wind up going wherever it is, that she gets her next either faculty position, or she wants to get in, she basically wants to run a college. So, going that way with her, man. I would love for it to be in New Orleans, man. But I don't know if Tulane has an OT department like that, or Loyola. I think Loyola in Chicago might have asked her, but I don't know what Loyola has down there in Louisiana. But, man, I would love to be there, man. I love New Orleans. Felix Colazo says, come out party for Prograis. Indongo is a good name for his resume. KO late. Okay, we got another one on Lipinets. Might be another Zatziklannon. Oh, you talking about laid out like that? Hey, man, he laid out Zatziklannon. Zatziklanon's a little smaller, though, man. Little smaller. Good bit smaller, though, man. So, but we'll see for sure. Can't wait. But it's a 140-pound weekend, man. It's a 140-pound weekend. And also good to know that Richard Comey is fighting too. Stick to left. Fahim Sup. He already filled out he filled out that certificate already, dog. That's hilarious. If Prograis, this is Carl Burrell. If Prograis don't keep his hands up, Indongo got sneaky power. Oh, he can blitz you, as has been proven on many an occasion, dude. He has sparked dudes out, man. That is for dang sure. Cats don't know, you don't know, you better learn, because Indongo's not coming to play, man. I'm looking forward to it. 100% looking forward to it. Let me get back up here. Oh, man. We call it the D. All right, cool. The D. Because I was like, man, Motor City, that might be a little older, and I don't know. But, hey, man, cool. We call it the D. It's cold up here. Yeah, man, hey, I grew up in Chicago area, so I know it's cold. Ain't trying to go to Detroit, homie. That's for dang sure. Definitely not. For now, where you located at now? The Midwest. I'm still in the Midwest. Not far from Kansas City, not far from St. Louis, right out there, dog. Oh, my man, Gregory Wyatt says, Troll Hunter reporting for duty. That's what's up. But, hey, man, I think, we have scared. Hey, much love from Little Rock. What's good, Maurice McElroy? My man, my fraternity brother is a fireman there, man. I used to kick it in Little Rock. Absolutely. Used to know the judge, a friend of mine's from law school, one of my boys from law school's wife's families from Little Rock, man. I used to live in Memphis, so we would cut over to Little Rock a good amount of times, man. Real good people down there in Little Rock. Fasim Basur for 9. If Indongo beats Prograis impressively, does that put him back at the top of the 140-pound division? Yeah, man, for sure. Absolutely, man. I'm a noob, by the way. Dr. Kalichi Azu, I can't pronounce. I'm gonna kill that name, dog. Doctor, I just call you Doctor. Yeah, man, I'm a noob. Cap Alpha Psi to the day I die. That's me. For now, okay, for now, okay, yeah. This is Fahim Satur. Yeah, if Indongo beats Prograis impressively, yeah, that puts him at the top. You know, clearly not the top because, you know, he's got to get those belts back. But he's in position to become that, man, for sure, if he beats him. Prograis not going to be easy, man. I said it's cool. Fire here all day now. Finu pie. Absolutely. Oh, A5? Yeah. What's good, man? What's good, man? What's good with that black and gold, man? Ice, ice, baby. I'm still ticked off. Those cats don't understand, man, that dude stole y'all's chant. Yeah, man, we good with the A5, man. We good with the alphas, man. You know, y'all all right. Y'all all right. It's funny, though, man. When you get out of college, though, man, there's a lot of rivalry and all that stuff when you're in college. But when you get out of college, this shit goes away. You know, just happen to be another brother that got a job, dog. You know what I'm saying? Another brother got a job. You know, it's all good. But, man, my son was wearing some damn black and gold, dog, and I looked at him like, what the fuck you putting on, man? Like that shit. He's like, black and gold are my favorite colors. I'm, man, you don't like crimson and cream? He's like, I like black and gold, man. I like, I don't hear it, man. I don't want to hear it. Take that shit off. It's all good, though, man. It's all good. For now, I'm sorry, man. We got into the, into the black fraternity thing, man. Man, Greg Wyatt says, can't wait to attend the Mikey Garcia fight tomorrow night. Oh, what? Is that where is that? Where is that fight? Oh, Greg Wright, you grew up in Kansas City. That's what's up, man. They got good people, man, in KC. Everywhere, man. There's good people everywhere, man. I'm not real big, though, on Atlanta. That's the only city that I'm like, you can kind of keep it, dog. San Antonio. Oh, it's in San Antonio, Texas. Oh, wow. Okay, that's actually another spot that my wife got an offer from in San Antonio. So, yeah, cool. Omar Boston says, I'm trying to go. Man, but I got to get my press passes. That's why I need Regis Prograis to give me an interview, because I need to get me some press passes, dog. Freeman Coliseum. That's what's up. Let me try to get some more questions, man. This has been fun, man. Yeah, kind of went sideways a little bit with the Noob Talk, man, but I got to reach out to Lou DeBella. We'll do that. Thank you for the heads up on that. San Francisco. What's San Francisco? Our natural. Hey, but what's good, natural? X57. Hey, we got 68 people and 53 likes. Hit the like, man. See if we can catch up to the number that's in here. This is good. This is a good conversation. I'm from St. Louis. So St. Louis. Oh, but you. Oh, okay. No, it's Gregory Watts said he grew up in Kansas City. I'll be in section B, row 6, ringside. Yeah. Dang, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. I haven't been ringside for a fight in a while to see a bunch of sweat sprayed on me, man. From Atlantic City. Oh, this was good, man. You got Atlantic City, New Jersey in the building. Fahim Zatur. I still am happy what you did with Gervonta, man. That was funny. So, yeah, man. I might come back, man. We got any more boxing questions, man? How long we been on here, man? Oh, about an hour. This is cool. About an hour. Good little afternoon talk. Good afternoon talk. Let me see if we got some. Oh, okay. Okay, Fanon, off topic, but I read that Crawford's under contract through 2019. All right, that's cool. That's about 3 fights. That's about 3 fights. 1, 2, 3, or 4 fights. That's 4 fights. Yeah, that's ways off before we get to see. Then he's out of the pic. If that's true, then he's out of the picture, dog. For that. Oh, where's Cellular on the rankings? Oh, man, I don't even know if he's on. Let me check it out. Let me, you don't need to guess, man. We'll go over here, do. And 130. I think this is a Cellular's first fight at 130. So let me go and pull this up. Okay, I don't see Cellular at 100. This is 130. This is not 126, right? So let me see. For the WBC, he's not ranked by the WBC. He's the number 1 He's number 1 with the WBA. That's funny, though, because I don't think he's ever fought at that weight before. I don't believe he's ever fought at that weight. So he's number 1 with the WBA, and that's what the fight is for in the WBA. He's not ranked by the IBF. And he's not ranked by FoxingNews.com's ranking. He's not ranked with the WBO. He's the number 1, but he's the number 1 ranked guy, but I don't think for the WBA, but I don't think that he's ever fought at that weight class. Let me take a look, man. Forgive me for doing this online research, but you guys asked a question. You know, I hate that if I don't got the answer, man, I'm going to look it up. Love the internet, man. You got to act like people are acting like they know all this shit off the top of their head, man. I ain't going to attempt to memorize some crap that I can look up. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is his first fight. Is this his first fight at super featherweight? He's 28-2. He just came off a split decision loss a year and 3 months ago against. Oh man, this is funny. This dude has fought one time in the last. This dude's fought one time in the last 2 years, and that was a split decision loss to Abner Mares at 126 pounds. But somehow, this dude is the number 1 rated. Somehow, this dude's the number 1 rated 130 pound by the WBA, dog. Get the out of here, dog. How do they do that, man? How do you do that? How do you rank this dude the number 1 contender for the WBA when he's never fought at the weight class? He hasn't fought. He fought one time in 2 years and lost to Abner Mares. God, dog. Yeah, Shai Khan. That's a cherry. That's a cherry. Oh, that is a surefire cherry there, dog. I can't lie. Got to keep it, as my man say in the South, got to keep it trill. That's a trill cherry. That is a for real cherry right there, dog. YGN says Wilder should choke slam this little. Oh my God, man. Talking that smack, man. Cats got on me about, said they appreciate I appreciate the guys that, that listen. Oh, hey man, I got 57 likes, dog. And 63 people watching. So thank you very much. Guess somebody just jumped out the house though. So that's what's up. Thank you for the likes. But yeah, man, come on, dog. Come on, man. I know some people here really do appreciate Gervonta Davis and they want to support Gervonta Davis. I want to support Gervonta Davis. I've done a bunch of videos in support of Gervonta Davis. But look, man, you gotta call a fool a fool. When you're acting a fool, it doesn't do any good to tell you that you're not. I love my son to death, man. I love my son to death. But if he acts a fool, I gotta tell him, son, you're acting like a fool. Stop acting like a fool. It's just what it is, dude. You gotta tell the truth, man. Tell her like a T.I. is, man. You know what I mean? Tell her like it is. And doing with all that stuff with Deontay Wilder, nah, man, I'm not feeling that at all, Holmes. I'm not feeling that at all. Because if somebody did that to you, could you imagine what would happen if what would Gervonta Davis say if the situation was flipped and he was fighting somebody and it looked like he was losing rounds and Deontay Wilder was in the stands texting everybody about how, he's punching like a girl, how he's fat, lost, all kind of negative stuff about him. What would he say? What would Gervonta Davis say? Gervonta Davis is sensitive about about my man telling him to make weight, and he snaps on that. But it's okay for him to do what he does? That's hypocrisy, man. That's hypocrisy, and dude need to be called out for that. And even though I hope the best for him as a fighter, it's just, come on, man. You grow up, man. Gervonta on his way to being a new AB. Hey, we'll see, man. We'll see. I think he's a better fighter than Adrian Broner, though. More well-round. I think he's a more well-round fighter than than Adrian Bronner. And I don't see him having that type of an issue. My son is 6'5". I have to look up to him and say nicely, son, you're doing wrong. Chill out. Hey, the day comes for that, you know. The day does come for that. You got to look up and say, look, you know, you're doing wrong. Yeah, young boy get too big for you to do that. Oh, Wyatt says, Tank's behavior is disgraceful and borderline oonish. Emotional maturity is lacking. Yeah, I mean, from a 23-year-old kid, that it usually is. But I'm appealing, man. Let's appeal to him, man. Just, hey, look, it's time, man. It's time to stop acting a fool. At least with your mouth. Keep your mouth shut. Sting Cow says, man, I'm so into the heavyweight division right now. Yeah, it's popping, man, if these guys fight. Conversations are even fun to have, man. I don't mind Eddie Hearn, you know, from the sake of, you know, generating conversation about boxing. No, he does that. He generates the conversation. He's talking out of both sides of his neck, but he's generating conversation, and I appreciate that. It's a lot, but I just want to see the fights happen. But, you know, the pressure's going to be on to make it happen, man. Big Femi got to put that pressure on to make that fight happen. Come on, Big Femi. We know what you're about, man. Come on. Don't be the bully. Jump up in there, try to get with Deontay, man. If he's that easy money, get that money, dog. Omar Boxing, Fanon, I only recently subscribed. What do you think about Eddie Chambers and the Joshua thing? Oh, okay. Wow, you're going to get me on that. Now, first and foremost, it made no sense to me. It made no sense to me that Anthony Joshua would text that. But, hey, you know, unless he got hacked, if he said he got hacked and it wasn't him, he said he would, you know, hey. You know, one time, shame on you. Second, on them. Second time, shame on you. So, you know, I put it this way, man. If he did do that, if he said that, he really was the one that said that, then he's a different person in these shows out in public. Then he's a completely different person in what he's shown and represents to the camera, which makes me believe that that dude is going to eventually end up getting knocked the fuck out. Because if you are like that, if you talking like that, you're thinking like that, then talk like that and be like that in front of everybody. You know, don't be Mr. Polite and Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. You know, whatever. You know, when you got a lot of other people around you trying to sneak and express that stuff undercover. Well, Deontay Wilder, man, he wears it on his chest. He says what he thinks. He says what he thinks in front of a bunch of people. You know, just kind of be a man about what you think. I don't understand why he necessarily have to snap off on Eddie Chambers. Eddie Chambers is a blown, number one, when he was at heavyweight, he's a blown up light heavyweight, cruiserweight at best. I mean, dang, his best years were probably what, in the late 90s? Fast Eddie Chambers in the late 90s? Come on, man. It's just, if he really said it, then, I mean, I don't understand why he would do all that, man. That just seems dumb, and it kind of shows you that he's not, you know, really the same person as he presents on camera, which I've heard before. I've seen excerpts of interviews where he like really has tried to intimidate, or he did intimidate little dudes, little reporters asking a question. This dude acting like he wants to hurt him. You know, maybe he's got a little George Foreman in him, man, because I think George Foreman's kind of that way too. George Foreman will smile at you, dog, but I think that brooding kind of dude with a mean streak is more of George Foreman than the guy that puts on that smile and puts on a smile, you know, to sell grills. So that's my take on it, man. I'm sorry, 1 second. I got a coach that's just texted me. I want to answer this question. Sorry about that. All right. Gregory Wyatt says, Omar Bossa, do you think Wilder is right about Joshua being a nice guy because he lacks confidence or controls his temper? I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it could be that case. I'd have to see him. I don't want to judge the dude. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but I have seen him act differently. And when you are trying to intimidate dudes half your size, that's not a good look. I mean, come on, man. Everybody, I mean, why are you trying to scare little dudes, man? If he was really doing it. If it's not like I've seen it. And I'm like, man, what are you trying to intimidate a little kid? Well, not a little kid. The dude is defenseless against you. But I've never seen Deontay Wilder do that. Now, I did see him beat the piss out of somebody for talking about his daughter. God. But at least he had boxing gloves on, dog. Was like, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. It's called a crocodile smile, I think. Yeah, when you don't smile with your eyes. Yeah, that's George Foreman. George Foreman doesn't smile with his eyes. He smiles with his mouth, and it never makes it to his eyes. Jerk said, Fernanda Don, I think Anthony Joshua was a street dude in the inside, and he's just playing the role to make money as a nice guy. But for some reason, I think dude got a real serious mean streak in him. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, he makes a living hurting people, man. You know what I mean? He makes a living hurting people. So it ain't like he got any problem hurting people. He'll try to hurt you. But, you know, yeah, he's big as a house, man. I can agree with that, man. Who has more power, Wilder or Foreman? I have to go with Foreman at this point. But it's like, you know, who bites harder, a tiger or a lion? Both of them got more than enough. You know what I mean? Both of them got more than enough. So, you know, it is what it is, though, man. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. Okay, McCoy, the mainstream media is part of the problem. Yeah, I can go with that. Hey, we got 67 people in the house, 61 likes. That's all love. I might try to wrap this up pretty soon. Let me know if you guys got any more questions or if there's any questions that I missed. If not, I'm going to, you know, try to get a little work done. It's 10:30 in the morning. I'll probably come back for a live stream a little later today. Leading up definitely before that fight that's going on with Regis Prograis and such. Go a couple more minutes. Foreman lifted Frazier completely off the canvas. Oh, yeah, my God. And made him bounce. Dude bounced. So I'd have to... but then, you know, there's another dude, man, that say, hey, there's, you know, different type of punch. Because Foreman has a thudding punch, from what I understand. And Wilder has a cracking punch. One that just, like, shins shocks through you. 64th like. That's what's good. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate you getting the likes up. Fanon, what's up, man? Just jumping on Regis tonight. Who you got? I got Regis Prograis, man. I got Regis Prograis for sure. Not for sure. I'm favoring Regis Prograis. I ain't gonna jump out on Indongo like that, but I got Regis Prograis. Magic Man, I remember that fight in Kingston. Okay, that's not for me. Lawrence McElroy, if the whole LDBC had immediate passes, I think boxing would change immediately. Yeah, you know what? They'd stop giving out media passes. Man, that'd be bananas, dog. I think you got media passes. These call these channels. Just keep saying it, man. People are watching it. There's millions and millions and millions of imprints every year off black boxing channels in the LDBC and ones that are associated with it, or, you know, in the YTBC, that are having all kind of content put out about it on a daily basis. Much more consistently than if you had to wait to go to a fight and get an interview. I mean, I just think it's very effective, and it puts a lot of pressure on it as is. You know what I mean? Oh, excuse me. Stinker, I think everybody is sleeping on Andy Ruiz. Remember, I think he beat Parker. I'm not sleeping on Andy Ruiz. I just got a thing with dudes come in in shape, man. Not real big on fat heavyweights, man. I'm not. I mean, because it's a weight class where you don't have to make weight, but I think you should be in your absolute best shape possible, whatever your body is. Be in the best shape your body can be in. Toting around an extra 15 pounds for girth, you know, I just don't like it, man. I think eventually you're going to run into something doing that. And I just wish that Andy Ruiz would be in the best shape that he could be. And he doesn't look like it's like that. And what's his name? Konaki, like Adam Konaki. Same thing for Adam Konaki. Seems like he's a really good fighter with a lot of power, man. But you can't tell me he can't get off 30, 40 pounds. Fanon, this is Fahim Satur. Fanon, could you imagine Blood Boxing Sports TV in the front row of a boxing press conference? That shit would be classic. Oh, it would be, dog. That would be hilarious, man. That would be hilarious. I think Blood would be very... I don't think you get the full out rant. You know, you ain't going to get the full-blooded rant. But you definitely going to get some, tough questions about those things, man. And I would love to have that, man. Oh, Two Robin said the LDBC would have all passes revoked. Hey, dog. Hey, man, you might turn him into somebody. Hey, man, I won't tell you who you turn him into on that mic, man. But that would be hilarious. Love to see it, man. But honestly, the videos are enough for me. I think we got what we need. But, hey, ain't no problem. Get more people in there asking more questions, writing more articles, It is what it is. Sator, that would be the end of press conferences. Yeah, they would just change it, stop having them. They'd have phone conferences and put your ass on mute, It is what it is, though, man. So, look, I'm about to roll out of here, make some couple business calls. I got to make a couple work calls. I ignored a phone call that I know I need to answer. Oh, Two Robs, I agree. Y'all doing a lot for boxing. Hey, man, I'm doing my best, having a good time. Afanon, Top Rank puts extensions on fighters when contracts getting to the end. If Crawford wants out, he needs to take Mikey route now. Sit out. Well, you can't put an extension on him. They got to sign an extension. They got to sign an extension. You can't just put it on him. He's got to sign an extension. And he might have to sit out a fight because they could say, like, they're not going to offer him a fight until they get the extension in place. They might try to hang that over his head. But if he just sits and let it run out and then also be able to be ready to sit in court and, go through some stuff because they're going to claim that they extended it. And they're going to maybe try to, do some stuff to keep you on, man. That's right or not right. But, hold out. Unless he likes where he is, man, and he feels like he likes the situation, then, yeah, you like your situation. Not everybody's, trying to be the not everybody's trying to, get the most money they can make for fighting. Some people, we might just be happy, that's more than his right to be that way. James Gordon, Regis about to put Louisiana back on the map. That's what's up. We'll see tonight for sure. Carl Burrell says Golden Boy and Eddie Hearn don't want no smoke with 78 and Blood returns. No, I don't think they do, dog. That'd be funny. But honestly, man, Eddie Hearn I think would be a good conversation. If I had to have anything, it would be Eddie Hearn and Blood Boxing in a conversation. That would be the funny one to me. Because Blood be like, stop lying, man. Why you lying? Stop being a bitch. Fanon, that's what I mean. He has to sit out because they won't offer him a fight, try to freeze him out. Hopefully he got that money. Yeah, pretty much that would probably be the route. Put him in. Just not make a fight. Not make a fight and be like, hey, man, this might not happen till next year. Hey, but, what are you going to do? Here, let me give you an advance. I'll give you an advance on the next contract. Pay him to sign it. All kind of stuff you can do to negotiate and try to make that work. But, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But with that, I'm definitely going to try to jump out, man. Check me out later, man. Check me out later for sure. Going to try to do another one, man. Thank you to the Super Chats. Thank you for the support so much, man. My man Matt Wade jumped in real quick. Two Robinson, Rashawn McClady, EO, Rhino, Ray Zone 78. Oh, Kurt Anderson just hit it up, man. Thank you, man. I guess I got to roll a little bit, dog, because my man Curtis Anderson thank you, sir, for the Super Chat, man. Definitely go to the cause. Let me answer a few more questions. Let it go for a little bit longer since my man Curtis Anderson hit it up. Thank you, sir. Freem Sasor said, where the hell is Rigo? Hopefully counting that money he made betting against himself in that fight with Lomachenko. Letting his hand heal maybe, letting time pass, man. He probably made more money last year than he had. He made, what, last year? He made, in purses, he made about $500,000 in purses. So, shoot, dude was able to make a little bit of dough. Again, like I said, I hope, he knew he stopped after round 6. So hopefully somebody got paid, who could have doubled his money up. Got paid something a little under the table to, let that go. It is what it is, though, man. Jerk, at Ortiz, I was trying to put a game plan. Okay, that's not for me. Oh, man, that's lovely, man. It's lovely, man. We had an early morning live stream. Again, man, thank you guys for the support, man. Oh, Curtis Anderson, what do you think of Noah? I'm going to pronounce his name, and people hate how I pronounce his name. Noe Inoue, whatever his name is, Monster. I'll call him Monster. I think he's a good fighter, man. Definitely got a lot of power, I know Zolani Tite said that he moving up trying to get away from Zolani Tite. I want to see him against Zolani Tite, man. I want to see him against Zolani Tite. I did want to see him against Baby Pitt. God dog, man. God, I can't believe I'm drawing Rasheed Warren. I would love to see him against Rasheed Warren. I think Rasheed Warren would have been a style that I would have been able to see what he could do with a boxer, somebody that's not easy to hit at all, because he's fighting guys that he can clock. So yeah, I would love to see him against Zolani Tite. I'd love to see him against Rasheed Warren, but he's moving up, and we'll see what's good, man. But he looks real good, real young, has flashes a lot of power. Flashes, decent, good to decent, good to very good speed, aggressive. I gotta like him, man. I gotta like him. But I'd like to see him in there with Tite. Tite, I do believe is like is he like 5'9"? Some crazy height for that weight class. What are they at, 118, something like that? Can't remember what exactly the weight classes are down there, man. I mean, I know the weight classes, but I'm thinking he might be 118. So yeah, man, he's very, very tall and long for that weight class. So, that would be interesting to see what Monster could do with Tite. I would love to see that fight. Jerk, Rigo and Ortiz is trying to put a game plan together to see who they can fight next. Yeah, man. I honestly, man, I just want to see. I want to see Rigondeaux again, man, down at his weight class. Against any of the guys, any of the. Abner Mares, hopefully Abner Mares and Leo Santa Cruz, Scott Quigg, Carl Frampton, and those guys, act like they want it. If they acted like they wanted it, man, that would be what's up, man. I'll be extremely happy to see that, man, to see that fight. And, with a good payday, man, with the good payday for the dude. He deserves it, man, for all the years of work that he's put in the sport, man. He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter who didn't, really didn't get to do what he needed to do, man, in his prime. Actually, dude never even got to fight in the pros in his only in the beginning, like the tail end of his prime, was he even getting fights. Speaking of Rigondeaux. Versus Ortiz, I want to see Ortiz in there against Jarrell Miller. Let's see a follow suit, Jarrell, and fight Luis Ortiz. And we'll see how that fight goes, man. Other than that, I'd like to see Luis Ortiz against Gervonta Davis. Let's see if Gervonta Davis' skills can pay the bills against Luis Ortiz, man. Just playing, man. I like Gervonta Davis in the ring, man. Dude is rude outside the ring, so I'm not a big fan of people that are rude. It is what it is, though. All right, y'all. Thanks, everybody, for to attend the stream, man. I gotta once again definitely go. Thank you for the super chats, supporting the cause. Matt Wade, 2 Robinson, Rashawn McClarty, EO Rhino, Ray Sports 718, Curtis Anderson. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. We're gonna be back with one later tonight, more than likely. Ahead of that Regis Prograis bout, and we'll chop it up, man. So. With that, your boy Fanon is out. Peace.